everyone, my name is Callista, also known as Magic Girl Me. I am making this video in response to some news regarding a couple of Lolita fashion magazines that are really big in our niche. So the first announcement was regarding Fruits. They decided that they are no longer going to continue publication. They're no longer going to be taking photos of people in Harajuku because they felt like there was an absence of alternative fashion. So they did go ahead and they made plans to close the publication. And then recently, Kara and the Gothic Lolita Bible also announced that they are no longer doing magazine publications. That includes any sort of content from Gothic and Lolita Bible being canceled. And then Kara is still going to have a digital form, so we can at least be thankful for that. But this is a very huge impact to our community, particularly for Lolitas who were collectors of the magazine and fans of the magazine. And I just wanted to do a little something to show that Harajuku fashion is not dead. You're not the only person into your alternative fashion from there. And I think this is a really good opportunity for the international representation of these fashions to come forward and share your love of your fashion. So what I did is I just made a small tag for people who like to wear Harajuku fashion. Just a couple questions to see, what you love about your fashion, how you discovered it, and whatnot. It would really mean a lot to me if you would go ahead and answer these questions yourself in a video, or if you want to just go ahead and comment down below with your answers. I would absolutely love to read them. It's just nice to know that we're still here, we're still strong. It's just very different to see these publications being canceled, especially when I have personally seen more acceptance and interest and knowledge of different Harajuku fashions in everyday life. But without much more being said, let's get started on the tag. So for the first question on the tag, the question is, which Harajuku fashion are you most passionate about? I am most passionate about Lolita fashion, specifically Sweet Lolita. I just love the absolute style of it and what it has to offer. So that hands down would be my favorite fashion, bar none. The second question on the tag is, how did you discover your fashion? I was looking up cosplay, I know, just bear with me, back in 2007, and I happened to come across some Lolita pieces, and I was really interested to see which character was wearing those types of things. I'd always kind of been interested in what Cardcaptor Sakura wore when she was on her missions. I just really love bows and frills and really adorable elements like that. So I did some digging, and I discovered that Lolita fashion is an actual fashion that people would wear for every day in Japan, and I was completely taken. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was the most incredible thing ever and a dream come true that people could wear these clothes on their time off and really just look like a princess. So I completely fell for it. I went ahead and joined a few communities, but at the time there wasn't a lot of options for plus size Lolitas, and I could not sew anything myself, so it was just something that I admired far away. And then one day I was walking into my local bookstore. At the time it was Walden Books, and I came across the English edition of the Gothic and Lolita Bible, and I was completely blown away that they would make something like this for America. And I bought it straight away. I absolutely loved the fact that there's full color pictures in it, and you can see different prints and different releases from the big brands. And if I was daring enough to try, there's also patterns where I can make some Lolita pieces myself. I bought every single edition I could get my hands on when they were released. Unfortunately, it was discontinued pretty early on. But the fact that I had these magazines that I could look at and design outfits from and just really feel like I was a part of something magical and special was completely wonderful. So while I did go ahead and discover Lolita fashion from accidentally looking at cosplay costumes, I understood and loved the fact that it was a real fashion. The next question is, what do you love most about your fashion? I absolutely love everything about Lolita, but I think the thing that I love most is how it makes me feel. When I wear Lolita, I feel beautiful and cute, and I feel like this is the best representation of me in clothes. So the fact that I can get dolled up and dressed up and have a really good time in really pretty clothes is just wonderful. I love all the feminine details about it. I love that it's a modest fashion, and I love the different combinations and creative outlets that Lolita fashion gives me. So if I had to boil it down, Lolita makes me feel beautiful, and I absolutely love that. The next question is, what makes your fashion unique? And while there's a lot of things that make Lolita fashion unique, I feel like for me there's one true element, and that is the story of the clothes that you wear. I love that prints on skirts or dresses tell a complete story. I love the fact that you can wear just a simple JSK and there will be details of roses that you can incorporate into your outfit. There really isn't another way to tell a story or bring out those elements, I feel like, in other clothes. And I absolutely adore seeing people interpret the stories on their prints differently and seeing what coordinates they come out with, what elements they pull out to really bring out the story or the elements of the dress that they chose. That is such a wonderful, unique aspect to Lolita fashion. The last question is, what advice would you give someone who's interested in your fashion? There's a lot of advice out there for Lolita fashion, but I would love to give someone who's interested in just one good piece of advice, and that is, firstly, you're not alone. There are tons of videos, communities, scanlations, magazines, especially the prior editions, that you can get your hands on to really learn what Lolita fashion is and take the elements that make it Lolita fashion, but then put your own twist on it. Ultimately though, my really, truly honest piece of advice is, if this fashion makes you happy, then you're doing something right. If this fashion makes you feel beautiful and creative and fun and just gives you energy and makes you feel amazing about yourself, this is the right fashion for you. And if you need to go ahead and listen to that voice inside in order to start, do that. If you're someone who wants to go ahead and buy their dream dress and make a coordinate out of that for their first coordinate, do it. If you're one of those people who's a little more cautious and you want to get just a skirt and a blouse and start kind of feeling out the style with everyday clothes and then making your first coordinate very basic to see if it's right for you, do that. It really comes down to, you should feel amazing and happy and creative and most of all beautiful in this fashion. So just keep doing that and really everything else will fall into place. So that's my tag video. Again, I would really appreciate if you all would make your own videos and link those videos below, or if you want to go ahead and just comment your answers below, I would absolutely love to read them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all stay frilly.